What's up, spiritual gangsters? This your OGs, Treese
And Rain.
Welcome to another episode of Trybe Vibes.
Let's get into it.
So, welcome back to our series on love.
That's right. Today we're going to go into the topic of loving others.
We talked about it a little before, but this is just a continuation of our previous conversation. So, we're going to get right into it.
Let's dive in.
This one's by Lao Tzu. Hopefully I said that right. Love is of all passions the strongest, for it attacks simultaneously the head, the heart, and the senses.
Okay.
I forgot where I was going with this one. It for me. Give me 2 minutes. For me, this one is more than just I don't know. It just stood out to me.
I feel like
I don't think I was supposed to read that one for this one.
Love is powerful. Like it's saying love is so powerful that it affects every part of your being. And I kind of have a quote that kind of says the same thing where we can discuss kind of like both of them. It's the Song of Solomon 8 and 17 in the Bible. It says, many waters cannot quench love. Rivers cannot wash it away. If one were to give all the wealth of his house for love, it'll be utterly scorned.
I like that. That makes sense. It's all encompassing.
It makes sense.
It takes all of you.
Right.
Thank you.
Or like it's something that cannot be washed away. You know, when people think about love, they think about fiery, burning love and all this stuff. And I think it's kind of like a fiery emotion because it's not like water. It's not calm. It can be very like conflicting in a way. Mm-hmm. And water cannot quench it. You know, the rivers can't wash it away. You know, you can't it's something that's forever glowing in somebody, no matter how much. It's kind of like the whole thing about God and Jesus, you know, like John 16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, whosoever believe in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. It's like, because God sacrificed, like whether you believe the story or not, let's just take the meaning kind of like behind it. Like, God loved the world so much that he even gave up something so beloved to him, like such an eternal like sacrifice that kind of like eternalized, like his sacrifice got eternalized. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like he loved the world so much that he sacrificed something that would hurt him. But with that sacrifice, it became eternalized. Like his love became eternal. Like love somebody so much that all their sins are just like gone away. You know what I mean?
It was deep and all encompassing.
It's deep and it's all encompassing. And I think that's the part that we really need to get out about love. Like we said, with having compassion with somebody, with having appreciation for somebody, with showing equanimity to people, like we can, and then even with great sacrifice, even within that, like our love becomes internalized in a way that even when we're not here any longer, our love continues to circulate, continues to prosper, even despite all of the circumstances that could bring it down. You know what I mean? Even when our physical bodies aren't here.
It is that never-ending energy.
That boundless love that Buddha talk about.
Exactly. Unconditional and free of ego.
And I think that's what unconditional love is about. I don't think it's about what people say unconditional love is about nowadays. Like, I'll love you no matter how you treat me. I don't think that's
what that's stupid.
I think it's more like how your love radiates. You know what I mean? How boundless your love is, regardless of circumstances. And that becomes you as a person, you know? It's like what you put forth in life. And even like this guy.
And you have to love people from afar. Like people who are toxic, they don't need to be in your life for you to feel compassion for them.
And we'll talk more about
that's what's
that.
great about it.
we'll talk more about that in love of others too, like how to balance that and toxic people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, and it can be a little crazy. Like, it can be a little crazy. Like, oh, I'm gonna boundlessly show love to all people. And like, you know what I mean? Like, despite how they feel. But I have this quote by this guy, Yonken Tversky. He said, I can't even talk. There can be leniency without love, but is there any great love without a little leniency?
What is leniency?
Like ludicrous, like crazy.
Oh, okay.
It's just a way to conjugate like crazy people.
Lunacy?
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm trying to say.
Oh.
You know, my pronunciation be off a little bit sometimes.
I got you. A little bit. It's okay though. It took me a minute. Okay, can you read that quote again?
There can be leniency. Am I saying it wrong?
Lunacy.
Lunacy. There can be lunacy without love, but is there any great love without leniency?
A for effort. No. That was good. I get that. So you can have that crazy,
without love,
messy, insaneness without love.
Great love without a little crazy. Because technically you have to, and I don't think about crazy as in the sense of like people losing their minds. I think of crazy in a sense of people elevating their minds, like not being the norm. You know what I mean? Not thinking.
Right, that unstructured.
Right, or freedom from structure. Because you kind of have to break the mold of your mind to really be any type of spiritually enlightening in the way, or woke, or however the hell you want to say it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, because crazy is just outside of normalcy. That's all it is. You know what I mean? You can say it how you want to say it or mean it how you want to mean it, but that's all it really is. So, in my mind, you have to think out the box and break from maybe the societal norm in order to show love to other people. You know what I mean? Because like even in a work setting, people may not be helping other people or just working on their own thing or trying to elevate themselves. That's normal. But in order to break out of that normalcy and to love other people, you kind of have to think about other people. And that could be crazy in any sense, you know?
Exactly. Especially, in this society, is right. It's like a look out for number one. That's so American. Take care of you first.
Individuality.
Exactly.
It's like the American dream, just thinking about yourself and, you know, not helping anyone else.
That's so true. Think out the box in love, man. You got another one?
Yeah, I have one just in general. It's from the Bible, Escalatius. That's how you say it?
I have no idea.
4 and 12.
I know which one you mean. I don't know how to pronounce it either.
4 and 12, it says, one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves, and a cord of 3 strands is not broken quickly. Meaning, in numbers, you can be more impenetrable. Meaning, if more people were on one accord with each other, they're not broken quickly. You know, they have a greater defense. And when that bond is love, it's not going to be broken quickly. You know, when you create a dynamic of love or anything with a whole bunch of people, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's something that is going to penetrate and going to last and be able to sustain. And then there's another one that says the same thing in the same chapter, Escalatius 4 and 9. It says 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. But pity anyone who falls and have no one to help them up. Also, if 2 lie down together, they will keep warm. But how can one keep warm alone? So meaning throughout any circumstance, whether you're down, whether you're up, whether you're this, whether you're that, love is going to conquer all. Because we've all been in situations where, like, we've been down and out with somebody, and down and out has felt a little less worse because we have somebody to be like, yo, like, we ain't shit right now. Like,
exact misery loves company. But yeah, it's better together when you have somebody to relate to.
Right. And that helps all, you know what I mean? It helps your own self-development and it helps other self-development. Not saying you don't need yourself too, because yourself is a big part of that. And you may not always have somebody, but when you do have somebody, it's a beautiful thing that you shouldn't take for granted. Definitely.
That comes first. Self and then others.
Do you have another goal?
I do, but they both go towards the next segment, so I think I'll save them. So I think I'm done then on the side.
So I have a few more that I'll just run through. One is from Buddha. It says, silence the angry man with love, silence the ill-natured man with kindness, silence the miser with generosity, and silence the liar with truth. And I think that's very important because it's like, for every negative reaction, you can give an equally positive reaction to it. Like, you don't have to, like, you know how some people feel like they have to be negative to kind of get the better end just because somebody's negative, like they have to stoop to people's level. You never have to stoop to anyone's level, because by you stooping to their level, you degrade your own being. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, because you're going lower than yourself.
Yeah, don't ever like lower yourself because of other people. Trust me, it'll feel so much better even being silent. Like, silence the angry man with love. Like, literally, you can just be silent and have a level of equanimity in a way where you're just calm and you're composed and let people act however they want to act. Trust me, you'll get a better response from them than you reacting negatively back towards them. Because by you acting negatively towards somebody, you're giving them a part of your energy.
Exactly, and that's exactly what they want.
That's what they want. You can stay calm. You can stay unbothered. Even if you boiling up inside, take that time to like self-meditate. Like, you know, people don't understand. You can meditate while listening to somebody. Like, somebody can be going off, acting crazy. You can just like say in your mind, like, relax, calm down, be understanding.
Focus on your breathing.
To that person, breathe. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, that practice will practice your muscle of love so much that it'll become second nature to you after a while. Like, you know, people wilding out in this world, but nobody can make me wild out. And that's self-control with trying to love others. And that's beautiful.
Which is deep. And that is because if once you know that not everybody has the power to make you react, that's you know, self-control. It's very powerful. Everybody strives to control their emotions like that.
Right. And then even like, it's more like you're only in control of yourself. Like, and that's it. Like, you're not in control of other people. Like, you can only control how you feel about love and how you feel about yourself. Because the way I think about the world is that, like, the only person that I know is true and that is here and that I can, like that, like, the only person that I know that is true from the heart is myself. Like, I can only prescribe to myself because that's the only thing I know. Like, you can act like you know other people, but you don't really know other people. You don't know their mind. You don't know their spirituality. You don't really know what's deep down inside of them. So you can only judge people by the way they act towards you. You know what I mean? Like, you're the only person that's in control of yourself. So my thing is that instead of trying to control other people that, you know, you can think you're controlling, but can do something else crazy. Like, you don't know what people are capable of. The only thing you can really control is yourself. The only thing you can really control is how you see the world and how you feel the world. And when you're in Judgment Day, or however people feel about Judgment Day, you know, whatever, the only thing you can go back on is how you treated other people. That's the only thing you can go back on. How you treated other people, how you thought of the world, how you tried your best. You know what I mean? And as long as all of that is out of the goodness of your heart, Can't nobody judge you for it.
That goes right back to intention. You set your intention. That's up to you to live by that. I completely agree.
Because ever since I was a young girl, I always thought of, what if I was born in like the Middle East somewhere and like I was Muslim? Like I was brought up a Christian, by the way. But I was like, what if I was Muslim? Like, but I had the same soul, I had the same spirit, I had the same heart. Does that mean I'm going to hell because of the way I feel? You know, and I always kind of thought like it's about how I express my life and not about how I was born into my life. You know what I'm saying? Whether I express it through a religion, where I express it through a spirituality, whether I express it through not believing anything, but just doing good upon the world, like what is really the difference? And I feel like some people need to take a moment and think about that and think about, are they really expressing love, you know, like onto the world? And I feel like that's more important than anything else.
Everybody's experience is different. As you're saying, a lot of the majority of religions out there, some of them might be, you know, conflicting, some might be more similar than others, but the base of most of them, except for Satanism, is love. You know, you loving a higher power, you loving your neighbor, your love and connection with others, especially as we're talking about now. That's the baseline. So that should be the intention. As long as that is the same, then we have a lot more in common than we realize. So that's the connection that we can make in order to reach out to others and to ride that same wavelength so that we can all be, as you were saying, that one spirit, that one soul in multiple bodies.
Right. And I think even realizing that love is a culmination of a whole bunch of other attributes that, you know, we have several podcasts on, you know, just, you know, being compassionate to people, being appreciative to people, you know, all these things that like we talk about, like all the goodness and stuff that we can put into the world is love. So love to me is a culmination of a bunch of positive attributes and actions and feelings that we have for one another. It's not just a word. Like people need to stop using love as a standalone word separate from everything else. Love is a culmination.
It is a verb.
Of a whole, yeah, you know, it's more active than people, you know, try to think it is. And it's something that we can practice every day. It's not some love at first sight and, you know, feeling that we have that's fleeting around on and off. We can literally practice love every day in our lives and let it be a verb and not just an adjective in the things that we do.
I like that. Ooh, I think you should read the Corinthians again.
Which one?
Like a full circle moment.
Which one?
The love is patient. Love is kind. Well, now that we know that these are actions that you
so
that you take,
on First Corinthians 13:48, it says love.
Yes, that these are.
So 1 Corinthians 13:48 says love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongdoings. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. But where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away.
I like that.
And we should understand.
So now that we know that these are action words and how we can view the world and view others and how we can live love.
And then just to end off, I have just two quick quotes that we don't even have to talk about. It's very self-explanatory. One by Reese Witherspoon that says, "You always gain by giving love." That's very self-explanatory. You don't even have to talk about it.
She's deep for a little person.
She's trying to be deep. And then this other quote by Rich Panarella. It says, "In this world of extremes, we can only love too little." In this world of extremes, we can only love too little.
Yeah. There's like a regret. Nobody says, "Oh, I loved you too much."
Right.
There's no such thing.
And, you know, we have so much going on in this world, like, especially in this world of, like, increased knowledge. Some people feel like the knowledge is, like, kind of, like, overwhelming in a way where, like, you know, they can't rely on their simple instincts. Like, you know, it's like knowledge overload nowadays. That's what I should say.
Right.
So since it's, like, knowledge overload, it's, like, some people just kind of overanalyze things too much. And to bring it back to a point of simplicity, it's more like, you know, you can never love somebody too little. Like, that's not one of the things you need to analyze. Like, let's just love one another.
Yeah. That's always a good a choice.
Right. And then, I don't know if you want to end. I have my whole dare quote. I forgot where I got it from, but it's kind of like a type mantra, type like saying or whatever about, you know, how to live your life every day, and how to like dare to be a better person, which I feel like would be a good way to kind of like end off. If you want me to say that. Do you have any
what?
quotes?
No, I'm good.
Okay, so I'll read my little dare quote to kind of like inspire everyone, and then we'll end off. So this is called Dare. It's dare to look foolish. The real fools are those who never attempt anything. Dare to make mistakes. They are the best teachers you will ever know. Dare to take action. There's a risk you may fail. Yet if you take no action, then failure is a certainty. Dare to be fully alive. Dare to speak your mind. Dare to enjoy the beauty of the world. Dare to make a difference. Dare to love. Dare to be the person you know you can be. Dare to expect the best with your words and actions. Usually you'll get it. Dare to do what is right rather than what is convenient or expedient. It will truly make a difference in the way you see yourself and the way others see you. You are here with this magnificent day available to you. Dare to make it the best you can.
That's beautiful, man. And inspiring. Sounds like a graduation speech. That was really good.
I thought it was a good way to do this because, you know, in order to love, you have to be a little bit daring. You know what I'm saying? You have to like just feel comfortable with yourself, as we talked about during self-love, and elevate yourself enough to really just think of others and dare to like live your life in a way where you can be the greatest reflection of yourself and the greatest reflection of just humanity in general. And, you know, you just gotta live your life day to day and just try your best, you know, with everything that's given you. And I feel like that's what love is about.
It is, man. Oh, this is such a good one. All right, I'm glad we redid this.
I know. So, I hope you guys got something out of this.
Remember, we are experts of nothing, just out here in these streets.
We learn from you like you learn from us because we are a tribe.
Until next time.
Continue to vibe. Hey.